Yo, what's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Today's news. Might as well continue to talk about, the coonery that's going on in Black America. So we addressed what happened on New Year's Eve in Charlotte. 5 people got shot in Charlotte. In Uptown Charlotte, that is. And now today, January the 2nd, in Atlanta, Southwest Atlanta to be exact, 3 teenagers got shot. And they talked to the aunt of one of the teenagers, and they said that, she said that it was a drive-by shooting. We don't know the conditions of the teenagers, but homicide was out there to investigate, so 9 times out of 10, I don't know factually, but 9 times out of 10, somebody died. The 3 teens was rushed to Grady Hospital, and for those that know about Grady, it's a 50-50 chance of, I'm not trying to be funny, but Grady's not the best hospital, that's out there, It's just where all of the black people go to in Atlanta, that hospital. But here we go. Here we go again. But this is crazy. This is crazy. 3 teenagers. And just last week, 3 teenagers here in Charlotte got killed. So seriously, this is my word, because I get tired of certain people in the comment section of the videos that I do as far as dealing with, black people and their coonery. I want to ask you all that are quick to defend black people, that is sit back and tell me that I'm a sellout. How is it that you talk bad about your own people? Well, I want to ask you all this question. When is it when we say to the black race, show some accountability? Be responsible for your actions. Because according to some of you all that defend black people all the time, it seems as though that black people can't do no wrong. And that's crazy to me. I just saw on Instagram, this is viral, it's everywhere. They have this, this children's birthday, right? And the little girl she got a microphone, right? And she's singing a Sexy Red song while she's twerking. And the song is like, shake your ass, girl, hands on your knees. Make that booty twerk, hands on your knees. And it's like, this is a birthday party. The ages between, from what I saw in the video, the ages are like between 3 to 8 years old. This is what we're teaching our kids. We're turning them into thoughts at ages of 3 to 8 years old. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. When are we going to hold the black race accountable for their actions? For our actions? When? When are we going to G-check our race? When do we say enough is enough? When? Because see, y'all don't like it when I say I'm embarrassed to be black. Y'all don't like it when I say, yo, y'all can have my black card. Y'all don't like that shit. Well, I say some of you all don't. Y'all don't like that. But you got to ask yourself, why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because every time I see the BET Awards, it's not me. Every time I see Sexy Red, every time I see a rapper, every time I see a famous black person acting a fool, that's not me. I don't want anyone, let alone a non-black, to identify me with that shit. I don't. I don't know why they wear dreads. I know why I do. And it's cultural. Ain't got nothing to do with selling drugs. I hated it when these young men decided to make dreadlocks a trend. Young men that are from the streets or that are in the streets. Because they took away the image that we had in the 90s. And it was only 2 people, well actually 3, that were wearing dreads at that time. If you were a Rasta, if you dance like, house party and shit like that, house music and shit like that. And then last but not least, if you were intellectual. If you had knowledge of self. Nowadays, dreadlocks, locks, whatever you want to call it, is stereotyped. It is depicted as a black man that's in the streets, and that's a thug. And that's not why I wear my dreads. It's not. See, I know my history. I know. But it's a shame. Here we go again. This is the second day in the so-called new year. 3 teens shot in Atlanta. And you think it's going to stop? It's not. I'm going to say this for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time. I'm not trying to be Negro Dominus out here. It's just we're at a point right now where I could damn near predict what black people are gonna do for 2024. Because as of now, we're a predictable race. In 2024, we ain't gonna get no smarter. In 2024, we ain't gonna wise up. We ain't gonna get it. In 2024, we ain't gonna come together. You know this. In 2024, things are gonna get worse. You think I want to be identified with a race that has made it so that it's okay for you to be feminine if you're a man? Like, where are our men at? Straight up. Where are we at? I seen a dude walking down the street. And he appeared to be, masculine, but he was twitching. I'm like, what the? This is crazy. When are we going to hold ourselves accountable as a race? When does it get to the point where we stop making excuses? When does it get to the point where we stop blaming, and I'm going to say it, the white man? When are we going to stop blaming the white man for everything? Now take heed. I'm not taking him out the picture. I'm not. But last time I checked, when I was on the dance floor, it took 2 to tango. Real talk. And I get tired of these recording artists and specific rappers crying, bitching, moaning, and groaning about the 360 deal that they signed, where they signed over their publishing, their image. The record label has a cut off of their touring, merch, or rather merchandise, everything that they do. But you signed on the bottom line. You could have easily have done your research. See, I'm not making no excuses for the rappers that were in the 90s that was coming up, because there were books out. They could have easily went to the library. But see, nowadays, they could have easily have done research, you know what I'm saying? On contracts and shit like that. But nowadays, We have the internet. The internet. And you can easily Google and research. But with black people, not all, but specifically artists that sign crappy ass record deals or to you know, these 360 deals and shit, they're just lazy. And that's our problem. We don't prioritize our lives. We say, here, you take care of my life. Whether it's dealing with politicians, your government, religion, public schools, we quick to hand over our children. Here, you educate them. Just think about that. You love your children so much, but you're quick to send them off to public school and allow someone else to educate them. And then get an attitude when they don't educate them properly, but it's a public school. You wondering why your kids are smoking, drinking, and doing all the shit that they do. Well, I can tell you, Sherlock, they're learning from the teachers and from the students. Because it's a public school, that means it's open to the public. And it's just crazy to me, man. We take no responsibility for our lives. None. And you wonder why the non-blacks treat us like kids. You wonder why the non-blacks disrespect us. And I know what y'all gonna say. It don't matter what they think and this and that and so forth and blah, 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 blah. Well, I tell you what, it matters to me what people think about me. And when other people put me in a box along with the parents that allow their 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old child to sing a Sexy Red song at a birthday party while twerking, I got a problem with that. It's real talk. I got a problem with that. I don't want to be boxed in with those people. I don't want to be boxed in with those people over there where they constantly, I'm telling you, man, I'm not even lying. I hear this all the time. Those black people over there constantly bragging about how they have 1.8 trillion spending dollars. Shit. I said this in the last video. What are you proud for? That means you're a good consumer. There's nothing to be proud about. It would be, I'm gonna tell you, the only time you would be proud of that is if you were spending that amount on yourself, meaning your race. Other than that, you're bragging about how you can be able to take your money out of the community and put it in the hands of someone else. That you got 1.8 trillion, this is crazy, but it's the truth. You got 1.8 trillion spending dollars to give to someone else. I don't want to be boxed in with those type of guys. I don't want to be boxed in with those type of guys that's into politics. Because whether it's on the left wing, whether we're on the left wing or the right wing, it's still the same goddamn bird. Whether you're Democrat or Republican. Same thing. Ain't no different. You get a Republican president, they don't do shit for black people. You get a Democratic president, they don't do shit for black people. So what's the point? I don't want to be associated with those people. I don't want to be boxed in with those people over there. You know, those people that believe that a white man is going to come down from the sky and save us all. Called Jesus. Don't box me in with those people. the ones that believe in the whole immaculate conception. That Mother Mary just got pregnant out of the blue. That the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are all in the one, the Trinity. So let me ask you a question, real quick, Christians. Who the hell Jesus was praying to when he was dying on the cross? Was he praying to himself? And another question. How in the world can God die? If you believe in the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit being in the one. I don't want to be boxed in with those people. And the other people that's ignorant, that say, I'm going to eat what I want to eat, and wonder how in the world they got high blood pressure, heart disease, and I'm going to say it just like the black Southern folks say it, diabetes. Just clueless, like, how the hell I get this shit? And why exactly do I need to get my leg amputated? Well, you know, cancer doesn't run in the family. Don't want to be boxing with those people. Black man so fucking ignorant. He could have saved his own life years ago if he just would have picked up some vegetables. But no, that's for the funny bunnies. That's some ignorant shit. Real man, eat meat. Yeah, that's the reason why you got prostate cancer, colon cancer, and your dick can't get hard. I don't want to be boxed in with those people. And last but not least, the motherfuckers that just be on their period all the time, but they're not even females, they're men. You get in one argument, one altercation with a person, and the nigga want to pull out a gun and start spraying the whole fucking crowd up. Don't affiliate me with that. Don't put me in that box with them niggas. Don't. I never get it. 1997, 98, I think Master P was out, and it was make you say, nah, and us dudes that was from New York, or you really fuck with the New York sound, we were just like, yo, that's some ignorant ass music. If I ain't never heard no ignorant ass music in my life. I never forget it. No Limit Records was banging. They were out. Never forget. It had to be like 96, 97. Summer 96, 97. It wasn't summer. I think it was like close to like autumn or something like that. And I was hanging out at North Carolina A&T University. I think right by the bookstore. Never forget. It was me, this other dude I was cool with. We was talking some chicks. And they were like, yo, because we listen to No Limit Soldier. And my friend, he was like, yo, man, I don't mess with them because da-da-da-da-da. He didn't say nothing like really, really out of line. And some dude overheard him. He was like, what you say? And the nigga, I'm not lying, I kid you not. The nigga pulled out the gun. And I jumped in front of my friend. Stupid. And the reason why I say that, because you don't know that later on, this friend wasn't a friend. And I should have never got in front to defend his ass. But I jumped in front of the gun. And was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I could have got shot. All because my friend had an opinion about a rapper that this motherfucker was defending that he never met him. The ignorance. And y'all act like this shit is new. Notice I said 96, 97. Not 2021, 2022, 2023. Or 2024. Y'all act like this shit is new. Y'all shocked. How? This shit was going on in the 90s too. It just wasn't as bad as it is now. We had Sexy Red, and you know it. Her name was Little Kim. And what did she say? I don't want dick tonight. Just eat my pussy. Right. And that was the girls, the women back in the day's anthem. Stop it. Stop it. These problems are not new. They're old. And we try to act like they're new. We try to pass those problems on to the new generation as if they're new. And they're not. These problems are old and they never been addressed. And at the end of the day, they never will. Because I've came to the conclusion. I just think that black people just, I'm not lying. I think they love being hood. They love being ignorant. And I said ignorant. They love it. Don't associate myself. I don't want to associate myself with those people. I don't want to be part of that crew. Part of that race that doesn't want to hold themselves accountable for anything. That don't want change. You know how many people have came to this planet and tried to change black people and have failed? Martin Luther King Street, Drive, whatever you want to call it, around America, wherever you go, it's the worst street on the fucking block or in the city. Martin Luther King Jr. Street is where prostitutes, pimps, you can get all types of drugs. It's dilapidated. Niggas shooting, there's people, motherfucking white chalk people, dead bodies and shit. Come on. We're not the Egyptians, the Nubians, the Nubans, the Moors, the Olmecians. We're not them. They are a genetically modified version of a black person. You know how you got GMO foods? Well, we got GMO black people. And they're called niggas. And niggas don't die. All they do is multiply. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So, in conclusion, expect to see more coonery, buffoonery, fuckery, and you name it from the black race. Because before it gets better, it's definitely gonna get 10 times worse. And I'm gonna tell you, I refuse to be a part of it. And if you don't like me making these videos, then hold your race accountable for their actions, so I won't have to make another one. Other than that, as the famous non-talented DJ called Khaled would say, another one. And I'm gonna make another one. And another one. And another one. Every time I hear about a black man or woman doing some dumb shit, until you change, I'm gonna keep on dropping that heat.